Can we realize what is education in the modern world? We have all been to school. Can we remember our school days? What we were doing in school? What are schools doing for the last centuries in what we call the modern world? We can all of us recall our experiences in school. The desks, geometrically arranged, with the children sitting like small soldiers with total discipline, looking at the teacher. It's a monologue. There is no dialogue. There is no interaction. The dialogue, so important in the Upanishads of India, in Plato's dialogues, this relationship between teacher and pupil, which is at the core of the most profound educational systems in the history of mankind, totally gone in modern schooling. The children sitting geometrically arranged on the desk, looking at the blackboard, at the teacher. There is a monologue from the teacher to the students. Through this monologue from the teachers to the students, the teacher poured down, literally poured down tons and tons of information, facts to the children, to their young minds, to be afterwards poured down by the children themselves into the mechanical tests that constitute the only goal of modern education. Tests, exams, information, facts, everything is forgotten when we go out from the exam hall. This is what we have done in modern schools. This is education. Come here. Come. Come. Sit. Sit here. So tell me, do you like school?
No.
No. Nobody likes school?
No.
What do you do in school?
It's learning by heart and tests. It's boring.
In school.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Basically, what do you do? Learning?
Test by heart.
Test.
Yeah,
Learning
test
by heart only.
Yeah.
Yeah? What you would like to do? What else would you like to do?
We like
Painting,
painting, drawing, music, dance, gardening, etc.
Many other things.
You see, they are saying they would like to have, you have said, painting, drawing, music, dance, gardening, contact with nature,
and we are going outside.
going outside, many more things. These young boys in India are saying the most important things about education. The main point is that modern education has reduced the wide scope of humanity, huge scope of humanity, almost the infinitude of human potential, has been reduced to something very narrow-minded. Only academics in a totally narrow-minded way, in a very mechanistic conception. It is the time of Industrial Revolution. It is a mechanistic kind of science. Only academics from this mechanistic science point of view. Information, facts, tests, nothing else. Humanity is not this. Humanity is much more than this. Humanity is multidimensional. Humanity is holistic, global. These young boys in India, they are saying this big truth. Humanity is not only what most of schools have done. Humanity is much more. Humanity is much more. Today, renowned and totally acknowledged scholars like Gardner and Goleman, others of course, these great scholars, Goleman, Gardner, they have said very clearly, humanity is multidimensional. Humanity offers many dimensions, not only one, academics, not only one, science, mathematics in a mechanistic way, not only rationalistic in this mechanistic conception. Humanity is much more than this. There are many dimensions. There is the ethical dimension, the aesthetic dimension. There is a contact with nature, with the environment. There is a relational dimension, community life. There is the inner dimension, the depth within each one of us. which we may call spiritual domain. There are many facets of humanity, many domains of human personality, not only one or two. And education, as they are saying, should integrate all, not only one or two, not only this small reduction that mainstream schooling has operated. Education should integrate all the domains of humanity, all. The children were saying that their school, which is paradigmatic of modern education, is boring. Boring. Only information, facts, tests, marks, and the children are classified. First, second, third. The children are considered as better or worse according to their rank, the number of marks they got. 400 marks, 480 marks, 520 marks, all these aberrant and still prevailing in most of the world and even more in Asia. We said mankind is multidimensional. Humanity offers different facets or domains. All of them must be integrated in what we may call proper education. This is the core of this educational project. Integral education, value-based. Value-based because education cannot get rid of values. Education cannot forget the most important in human condition, in human life, which is consciousness. Albert Einstein, not an artist, not a philosopher, Albert Einstein may be the most important scientist in the 20th century, said that the present science and technology we have, produced by mainstream schooling, by pure academics, is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Words of Albert Einstein. The science technology we have is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Who is this pathological criminal? The mind, the ego, valueless, with only facts, tons of facts of academics, got through all this mainstream schooling. What do we do with this knowledge? I am a European. Europeans are very proud of the high culture that Europe has produced. Europe has also produced the extermination camps. The wardens of the extermination camps had university degrees. University degrees to run an extermination camp. No need to take an extreme example like this. Today in the world, all these managers with MBAs, what are they doing, most of them? What are our companies from Western countries doing all around the world? We are devastating the planet. We are destroying human life and human cultures everywhere in the world. Human knowledge is for this, for what we are doing. We can look around the world, all the mess we have created with so much of academics, so many tons of facts and information, so many tests. Without values, without the issue of consciousness, we are going to destroy ourselves. Michel de Montaigne, a great sage of French Renaissance, said it very clearly. Science sans conscience n'est que ruine de l'âme. Science without conscience is but the ruin of the soul. The present world, valueless, selfish, egoistic, materialistic, is the ruin of the soul. We are ruining humanity and the whole planet. Education must bring back to the core of the pedagogic process the central issue of consciousness. Albert Einstein stated very clearly that consciousness must be at the core of the educational project. And arising from within, unfolding from within the whole potential of the human being. This must be again at the core of the educational project, of the educational process, which has not been the case in mainstream schooling. There must be a total revolution in education. But this is not the revolution of left or right wing. That's not at all any revolution. All this is illusion. The real revolution, the only revolution, is the transformation of human consciousness.
towards higher states of consciousness. And this must be at the core of the educational process. Again, because it was in other forms of pedagogy. But mainstream schooling through the modern age, through the Industrial Revolution, has reduced all the depth and beauty of education to mere simple facts, tons of information and tests. There must be a total, profound revolution in education, which is the revolution of consciousness towards higher states of consciousness. This is the only path of future for mankind. This means integral education, value-based, unfolding all the depth of humanity, the multidimensional nature of humanity, which is one with the multidimensional nature of the cosmos itself. Quantum physics has realized, and we're talking again about science, as when we're talking about Albert Einstein, quantum physics has realized that the cosmos, reality is multidimensional, like humanity. The new education for which we must work, integral value-based education, is the education of quantum physics. It is education of the new paradigm, a new holistic humanistic paradigm, centered upon the dignity, the sacred dignity of the human being, the uniqueness of every child and human being, to be unfolded from within through a caring guidance. Education can only be a caring, loving guidance, so that the human being unfolds from within all the potential within, which is multidimensional, in harmony with the fellow beings, in harmony with the cosmos. This is true education. Here lies the future of mankind.
International Education for a New World is a new educational project. Obviously, the educational project will be adapted to every context, to every civilization, country, region, local area. But what is unique about this educational project is that it really blends in depth for the first time the best, the most profound from the West and the East. From the West, this educational project is inspired by Plato, Rousseau, Kant, Hegel, the greatest philosophers of the Western world, who spoke about education in profound terms. In more concrete pedagogic terms, this educational project is inspired by Steiner, Montessori, Dewey, Kilpatrick, the greatest Western educationists of the 20th century. From the Eastern side, this educational project has an inspiration on Indian philosophy, Vedanta, Buddhist philosophy. It is directly inspired by the greatest educationists of modern India, Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore, Aurobindo, Krishnamurti, Satya Sai Baba. So for the first time, this educational project, International Education for a New World, is really putting together, combining, blending in depth the best, the most beautiful, the most profound contributions from Europe, America, the Western world, from India, Buddhist Asia, the Eastern world. It is unique for its diversity of sources of inspiration, great philosophers in the past, great educationists of the 20th century, and not only the diversity of sources of inspiration, nicely, coherently blended, but also, what is very important, the openness of the mind. This project is something open, flexible, open to innovation, to research. We don't want at all to give fixed formulas forever, systems which are closed once forever, which has happened too often in the past. The new paradigm is open. It is made, as quantum physics has said, it is made of dialogue, relation, interaction, interconnectedness, interdependence. This educational project, like the education it wants to provide to children,
wants to be something open, flexible.
International Education for a New World, a new educational project that will try to work honestly for a new kind of education, integral, holistic education in depth, combining fine academic training, real academic excellence, which deals with thinking, with creativity, not with tons of facts and information. Combining fine academic training, true academic excellence, with all the other dimensions of a human being, all the domains of humanity. Blending the best from the West and the East towards the unity of mankind. This educational project tries to be a reflection of the new paradigm, the pedagogy of the new holistic paradigm.